Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. We're working with NordVPN to help you safely access your favourite streams and other content from home, no matter where you go. I'm using NordVPN myself, and I know that I'm protecting my privacy online while still being able to access everything I want to safely wherever I am in the world, shielding me from cyber threats and dangerous Wi-Fi networks. With NordVPN, you can easily switch your virtual location to access apps and websites in other countries without having to worry. One account can be used on 10 devices and supports every major platform, so you can protect the whole family at once. Click the link in the description to sign up to NordVPN and get a secure high-speed VPN for less than a cup of coffee a month on us. There you go. It is the Everton News Daily. Obviously, Everton won at the weekend, 1-0 at Nottingham Forest, a fantastic victory. These are David Moyes' thoughts on that victory.
Yeah, it was a really good performance right from the kick-off. I thought that for long periods of games we looked as if we were probably in top. We had one or two small periods just before half-time, but I thought in the main first half and probably second half as well, certainly we played better. Yeah, I did. I was annoyed with our start against Arsenal last week. I dug the players out a bit about the mistakes, and we sort of made a focus of trying to get better for that first period in the game, and I thought we did. I thought we'd done a lot of good things, and from that point of view, it was a good start for us. And I thought we made it difficult for Forest really to get too much control in the game.
Yeah, a much deserved win, as David Moyes has said, and he actually told the players as well. James Garnick said that he told the players to get used to those kind of victories, and that's what you want, isn't it? We've been downplayed for so long by managers and people about our football club, but we finally got a manager that understands our football club. Whether you like David Moyes or don't like him or his football, whatever, you've got a man who actually cares about this football club and is very competent at his job, and I think that's massively important. Someone we can get behind, a manager we can get behind, a manager that we know his only ambition is to make Everton better. So really, really happy with that win, and obviously with what he said there. Yeah, as well, he was asked about Dwight McNeil's pass that set up that winning goal, and also his thoughts on possibly replicating what Nottingham Forest have done this season.
I mean, I was right behind the pass, and actually I think he didn't make it a particularly good, but I think the centre-half got his feet mixed up, or he would have cleared it actually. But nevertheless, I'm sure Dwight's taking an assist for it. It was big for us because, we've had, I think that's our third away win. And I think that when you look at that at the moment, you say, hey, that's not too bad. But Nottingham Forest at the moment are sort of something which we should all sort of look to. If we could have a season like Nottingham Forest are having this year, next year, then I'd be hugely thrilled in amongst the Champions League teams, semi-final of the Cup. So, look, they're doing unbelievably well. But I thought in the main we deserved a fight.
There you go. Listen. Dwight McNeil played a pass and it got to the player it was intended to be played to, so it's a good pass. It's as simple as that for me. And why can't Everton do what Nottingham Forest have done this season? Absolutely no reason whatsoever. There's been a few rumours over the weekend about possible players in and possible players out at Everton. Armando Broja, who started that game, according to some journalists, will be going back to Chelsea. With the valuation of the player far too high. Now, who knows, maybe once he gets back to Chelsea, if Everton can do a deal with Chelsea. But the 30 million that was in the deal is never going to happen. He just not stayed fit and just simply hasn't done enough as an Everton player, has he? So, which has been massively frustrating for him because obviously the injuries. Everton also, according to these rumours, there are question marks over Beto and Schmitty's long-term future as well. So if that is the case, and with the situation of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Everton will definitely need to go in the market for a centre-forward. I'm sure Schmitty will not be getting sold or anything like that, but maybe not seen as someone who can start games and hasn't had much game time under David Moyes so far. So we'll have to see on that. Some players Everton have been linked with are Liam Delap, obviously, who is with Ipswich, who's had a decent season in the Premier League, but a lot of teams are after him. Apparently he's got a release clause of 40 million. Seems one that would really suit Everton, age and build and the way we play. But I think he'll have a lot of suitors. Ben Doak, obviously a winger who is on loan in the Championship at the moment. He's a Liverpool player, so that complicates things. He's got his suitors, but why not? Maximum Estavi, left-sided centre-back, who's currently at Burnley, doing very, very well, but it looks like Burnley will be coming up. But again, he's one that Everton and other teams have been linked with him. And Chris Rigg from Sunderland, who obviously a midfielder that Everton have been linked with quite a lot since January. It seems like the profile Everton are going for is young, very much British players who've played in the Championship. Very much like the kind of players that David Moyes brought in when he was at manager the first time. Certainly in the early stages of his Everton tenure. So, yeah, if they're the kind of players we're going to be linked with, then yeah, that's that. Then, you know, listen, we obviously a lot of the time get caught up in foreign players and because they probably have the best value. But if there's value in the Championship and Everton can sign these players and you can build a core squad of young, hungry players who are the best of the rest and are ready to take the step up, I'd rather be buying players on the way up than the way down, certainly. And if they're young and you get them a good price, then why not? So we'll have to wait and see in the summer. But these are reported to be players that Everton are looking at right now, certainly scouting them to get a good idea of whether they'll be good enough to play for Everton in the Premier League. And we'll just have to wait and see if they are. Just one other piece of Everton news today. Well, it's more to do with the stadium, to be honest. The Rugby League game between England and Australia is sold out. That game is getting played in the autumn time. One of three games for the Ashes, and it's sold out. That's fantastic news, not just for the stadium, but just shows that Everton and the Everton Stadium can sell out these events. And maybe Rugby League isn't a game that's necessarily seen as a game that is watched or loved in Merseyside, but I mean we've got St Helens just up the road and Wigan a little bit further up the road, so we've got two of the best clubs in the world playing on our doorstep. But so maybe, you know, they will have helped, obviously. But it's fantastic that Everton have shown that you put sports, different kind of sports or events in the stadium can sell out, and this is the first one. So fantastic news. Hopefully there'll be a lot more sporting and concerts, events being announced at the stadium, and hopefully they'll all sell out. So there you go. This has been the Everton News Daily. Make sure you check out the final word, James and myself, on that one. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. We are around 1,200 away from 100,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description and the QR code's coming on the screen now. See you later.